Hello YouTube, this is the Sim Basketball Operator bringing NBA 2K14 Association commentary. And right here, as you can see, checking out the playoff picture in the Western Conference, we are currently sitting out of the playoff picture and we're going to need to make a bigger push. Now let's checking out some statistics. We have Ty Lawson leading us in scoring. We have JJ Hickson leading us in rebounding. Ty Lawson again in assists. He's actually second in the league in assists. So maybe the goal should be to try to get him to lead the league in assists and hopefully collect the reward points in that category. He does have a tendency to cough the ball up a little bit, but that is expected as he is shouldering a huge offensive burden, and you'll see more of that him shouldering the load in this game upcoming against the Dallas Mavericks. See you there.
And both teams going through their pregame rituals, getting loose well before we're underway. On the road, looking for a win against their Western Conference rival, the Dallas Mavericks, are ready for this thing to get started. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Kenneth Faried?
And you know where you'll see him put in the majority of his work is in the rebound battle. He puts a persistent physical effort on the glass. He is tough to box out.
And you know, Steve, what I like is his offensive rebound. I mean, they say one man's trash is another man's treasure. He epitomizes that. He's found those garbage buckets to be plenty rewarding.
And the Nuggets on friendly ground as they continue this homestand. These are the games that challenge you, guys. They will.
Alright, so if you didn't know, this is one of those teams with the Pelicans, Suns, Timberwolves, and among others that will be fighting for the one of those bottom playoff spots in the Western Conference. And now, usually, I wouldn't try to finish in that like no man's land, meaning that kind of not the top tier and neither at the bottom cellar or one of those cellar dwellers. Mainly because it's not entirely beneficial to the future of the team or the immediate future. However, I feel like this Nuggets team has a lot of young pieces in place that can either be moved to get draft picks or grow into quite a solid core for this team. But check out this pass from Evan Fournier to Jordan Hamilton, faking the spin off Monte Ellis and then just handing it off. Pretty cute pass right there. And then as you can see, it's already 22-24, close ball game, and the Dallas Mavericks are really running through Monte Ellis. He was just shouldering a huge scoring load for this team. As you can see here, first off the jump shot, then off the drive. He was really doing it all. Look at Devin Harris trying to do a Dr. J layup. That's no go. And so the first quarter ends with a pretty high scoring game, 35-30. Now it's still a 5-point lead for the Denver Nuggets. Passing to JJ Hickson, back to Corey Joseph, who we acquired in that little trade deadline update video I showed last episode. And then right here, though, they're responding with the three of their own from Jay Crowder. Now passing it over to Wilson Chandler. He makes a nice find to Anthony Randolph, the mobile, athletic big man that hasn't really amounted to anything yet, but he's getting that nice reverse dunk to go. Now it's a 52-45 Denver Nuggets lead. Passing it around, finding Shane Larkin, just a product of Monte Ellis' dominance offensively, which leads to us double teaming him a lot. As you can see, I'm biting on the pump fake, and then he's getting the and one, drawing the foul on Timofey Mozgov, and he's pretty hyped up. He's shooting 8 of 10 from the field. A very un-Monte Ellis stat line, or really not really like any other person. And then here, Brandon Wright showing that length right there, blocking Wilson Chandler's 3-point attempt, leading to this Vince Carter floater that's going to knock the lead down to 2 points. So to close out the second quarter, we're going to run a pick and roll with Kenneth Faried. He gets it and he windmills it down. What a play from Kenneth Faried. Great pass from Ty Lawson, who is that pick and roll maestro signature skill. And Kenneth Faried is still one of my favorite players Actually, some of the people on the Denver Nuggets blogs are actually disliking him quite a bit, mainly because he lacks the focus to box out and do some of the little things, intangibles, but I feel like I can grow him into that, and he should still remain with this team. Now here we go, Ty Lawson running the pick and roll, stepping back, crossing over, asking Jose Calderon where he is as he drills that three in his face. But then Monte Ellis is just going to knife through our defense and get that layup to go. Now if you're looking at the score of this game, you know it's very high scoring. It's already 80-71, make that 73 as Dirk Nowitzki hits that patented over-the-shoulder fade off the glass over two of my defenders. But basically, it's a combination of three things mainly. 2K tends to have high-scoring games, especially on 12-minute quarters. Also, I'm not that great of a defender, and because, well, I don't have the personnel to play great defense. And as you can see, we are having real difficulty stopping the Mavericks. They're actually a pretty good offensive team in real life, but they're not the best. And I feel like we should be able to lock down Monte Ellis a little bit better than we did in this game. Randy Foye and Evan Fournier, by no stretch of imagination, are good defenders. However, this is just kind of pitiful. I mean, Monte Ellis is hitting these bank floaters off 1 foot and on fast breaks. He's not taking the greatest shots in the world, and we should be playing defense, and this margin should be greater than 12 points. And now, granted, our offense looks amazing right now, but the Mavericks are one of the worst defenses in the league. Great find, though, by Jose Calderon to find Brandon Wright rolling. And it's games like this where I look at the score and I realize, you know what, a guy like Joel Embiid, a guy like Noah Vonleh would really help out this team. And maybe even a Marcus Smart to kind of pair as a solid wing defender to lock down guys like Monte Ellis, who shouldn't be dropping buckets after buckets on us. And oh my goodness, look at Shawn Marion exploding on Ty Lawson. Where was Jordan Hamilton? My goodness, it's just a simple inbound, and Shawn Marion looks like his old Matrix form right there. Great find though from Jose Calderon to Samuel Dallenberg, who is really producing off those little finds, but you cannot full court press Ty Lawson. Especially, look at him hanging on the rim, especially when you have slow Jose Calderon guarding him. It's just a rule. You can actually never really press Ty Lawson unless you have a Russell Westbrook, or a not Ty Lawson, or a John Wall. And that's the really only way you're going to be able to full court press Ty Lawson, or you got to make sure he doesn't get it on that inbound, otherwise you are screwed. Great block there by Timofey Mozgov. Kenneth Faried running the floor, going to dump it off to Ty, who's just been killing it for us this game. Passing and scoring, just that complete offensive point guard that he is. Look at that find to J.J. Hickson for the nice one-handed slam. I mean, he's just drawing defenders, drawing people out of position. He's just a maestro out there. He's the director of this offense. Now we're double-teaming Monte Ellis hard, as I tried to do late in this game. It's a 13-point game. Game's pretty much over. But to capitalize on this, I'm going to grab a rebound with Kenneth Faried and take it coast to coast. Great play right there. And that's just the potential. Kenneth Faried and a whole bunch of tweener power forwards that I think are seriously underlooked by some people, including Aaron Gordon, who is the young freshman and probably the youngest player in this upcoming draft from the University of Arizona. But we do win this game by a margin of 11 points, 131-120. But no matter which way you look at it, upside down, sideways, whatever, you notice that this is a high-scoring game, and our defense really needs to step up. We already passed the trade deadline, and so really, just going to see how this defense holds up in the playoffs and assess what we need to do. Monte Ellis went crazy, 16-26 shooting, 37 points. Vince Carter, their backup shooting guard, shot a very efficient 8 of 11 from the field with 20 points. Jose Calderon had a triple-double. That's kind of embarrassing. 7 of 18 shooting, 13 assists. Samuel Dallenberg has 16 points, so makes you wonder what J.J. Hickson's doing. Ty Lawson, 30. Wilson Chandler, 19. J.J. Hickson, 17. Fournier, 15. And Kenneth Faried, 14. Balanced scoring effort as usual, which is what I come to expect from a very talented offensive team like the Denver Nuggets. Ty Lawson had 17 assists, which is really nice to see. Only 2 turnovers, too. Jordan Hamilton, 2 steals. Timofey Mozgov leading us in blocks. And we just have a bunch of people that are willing to contribute off the bench, whether in the starting rotation, and willing to play the role. We just need to find those defenders, and that's going to have to come in the offseason, as I said before. Look at the plus-minus stats. Evan Fournier led us with 18, and then Timofey Mozgov was 16. And then a few guys where I was wondering, kind of questioning their effort a little bit, like Jordan Hamilton and Randy Foy and JJ Hickson. So looking at the team stats right here, we won by 11. They did make more field goals and took a lot more field goals. However, we had more blocks and steals put together, grabbed more rebounds, pretty much just got after it in a lot of areas. Bench points, we also won that battle, and both teams dropped a number of assists. So yes, this is a Sim Basketball Operator. If you couldn't tell, I'm using a new mic. Tell me how that works, and I'll see you guys in the next video.